You know, the wizard almost did that last week.
Hey, it was suggested by someone. See if it was flammable. I just acted on that because it was 1 o'clock in the blessed AM.
Of
And I wasn't in
course.
my right mind.
Well, you almost killed everyone, like at least two others as well. I don't remember if you were one of them.
Though I do have to admit I haven't crossed that many tiles while not touching the tiles in a while.
Alright, guys, so I guess are you guys ready to go? You guys want to get this party started?
Let's do it. I'll go last and introduce a new character, and I'll do the recap.
Hey, I'm Robert, and I'm playing the Dwarven Cleric.
I am Good Dojo. I am playing the ever illustrious mage Kevward, who has saved this group I don't know how many times, and don't know how many kills I've racked up.
You mean blown us up?
Hey, that was only twice. No, that was just once. I almost killed myself once. But that was another game. Sorry.
I am Storm. I am playing Terran, nature-loving druid, with his wolf companion Turvix.
And I'm Isis, and I am playing Amonmat, the lovely rogue that likes to touch things, especially butts. And boobs.
And I am the one and only Vedaka, and I'm playing Caladrin, the Paladin Dragonborn. And last week we had just gotten blown up pretty good. No, no, we started out at the ruins of the castle, or the ruins of the tower, and we were chasing Morgath. Oh no, sorry. Had a brain fart there, guys. Sorry. We were in Fallcrest. We headed up the stairs to confront Morgath, and we found a note where he basically told us that he was with Traevus, and we were beneath his skill level. He also thanked Eamon and Rons for having given him traveling money and winch money.
Thank you for that
D&D.
reminder.
They didn't realize that
Yeah, huge.
that they had given it to him. After we spent some time in Fallcrest buying supplies and selling stuff,
Right,
and,
Morbius?
getting other things, we spent the night. In the morning, the innkeeper not only gave us our bills, but he gave us Morgath's bill also, which included a horse that he bought. We then traveled southeast across the Moon Hills towards the White River. Reaching the river, we found only one barge still on the shore on our side. We met and talked to a druid and his wolf. Their names are Terran and his wolf companion, Turvix. Of course, it
Cervix.
got turned into Cervix, but
Where
after
everybody
talking
but
for a
me.
while, he agreed to take us across the river. He joined our party, and then we concealed the barge and proceeded to Calton Manor.
Dude,
On
he
reaching
got
the
a
manor.
new name for his boat. You didn't say
Oh
that?
yes, he did get a new name for his boat. It was the Pooper Scooper, of course. Upon reaching the manor, we encountered a group of lizard men. They put up a good fight, but of course we prevailed. We found 75 gold pieces on their bodies, which isn't bad for lizard men. Going into the ruins of the manor tower, we found stairs leading downwards. After throwing a light source down the stairs, we proceeded down into the ruins. After descending about 30 feet, we reached a chamber. A brief search revealed that this chamber was empty. There was a set of stairs to the east. We went down these stairs, and of course there was a party of zombies. Somebody yelled attack, and we did. They put up a little bit of resistance, tried to come back to life, but in the end, we killed them. After searching the room, we found a bucket of acid and a grate over a hole which seemed to have no bottom. There was a set of doors to the east. Um, Em and Matt tried to sneak into the room, and a trap sprang, and saw blades came zipping across the room, damaging him and knocking him backwards. Some acid was poured into the cracks in the floor where one of the saw blades was occasionally ripping across the room, and then oil started seeping from out of the floor and the ceiling. Kevward then decided to cast arc lightning into the room. The resulting explosion damages everyone but Rons and Caladrin, leaving the room smoking as oil starts to seep again. This is where our adventure begins this evening. Beware Friday the 13th and a full moon. No telling what will happen.
Oh, nice recap, man.
No, professional.
Yeah. All right, so I put you guys back on the map, and looks like our turn order has kind of goofed up again, but that is no problem because I'm going to add some more. Oh, there we go. Did the turn tracker just pop up for everyone?
Yes, it did. It was like magic. It's the full
Yeah.
moon. I told you, man.
Yeah.
I just,
So now
I'm starting to turn a little bit.
Yeah, that's nice because all you have to do to get that to reappear is just add anything, like add any other token manually into the turn tracker, and when I did that, it just popped right back up. So that's a nice little trick to remember, actually. So I don't know, it just saved about 5 minutes of time. All right, so you guys are back up to the top of the turn order, and I know you guys took quite a bit of damage from the what appears to be sort of like a complex death trap, I guess you could say, where the saw blade actually reaches from the ceiling to the floor, and it looks like it's moving in random patterns. You guys have been able to notice, especially you, Cal. You've been there the entire time, and you've noticed that the blades are running on the different floor tiles. So I think you guys have dumped some oil down into the floor, hoping to maybe do something
Acid.
to the floor tile. Yeah, not the poison, but the acid. And you guys have just taken some damage. Compliments of your mage, Kevward. So what are you guys doing? Looks like Taryn, you're back up.
Well, first
Welcome to
things
the party
first.
as well, Taryn. Good to have you aboard, man.
Oh yeah. Well, first things first. I'm just gonna drink a potion. Pull it out, drink it, stuff like that.
All right. Make sure you deduct it from your character sheet, please.
Will do.
All right. So that's a minor and a minor. You still got a standard and a movement if you want. I'm sorry, you got a minor and a minor, so you can still do a movement if you would like. Or you can do another minor, or you can do nothing, and we'll go on.
Well, let's see. I'm actually just gonna move up 1, 2, 3 here for now, and of course I'm going to want to do a perception check around the room.
All right. So, did that healing potion put you back up above bloodied as well, or are you still bloodied?
I believe it took me out of the bloody state.
Okay, I will change it for you then. Alright, so it looks like that's it for Taryn. Go ahead and you're going to do your perception check. And what are you trying to look for? Because I know you guys have already done several perception checks in here last week, so just be a little bit more detailed in your description on what you want to do for a skill check. I would greatly appreciate it.
Well, I want to look around the room more to see if there's anything for, like, the next room over.
Oh, okay. Like, as in, like maybe a panel, or, I mean, kind of
Like
trying to guess what you're saying. You want to look for
Maybe
something
like-
for the next room, like as in
like a
what
panel
effect
or maybe some hidden text or something. I don't know. Something that would hint like a control towards a control panel or something.
Okay.
Oh, that's a roll. Okay.
You find a pamphlet on the floor that says Acme Death Trap. No, I'm just kidding. You don't. Basically, you don't find anything in the room. Although, I mean, it was a crit. I mean, there's just nothing in the room that suggests anything about the other room. This is, I mean, you've basically found everything in this room, and the grate goes down into quite a while, especially since you dropped the sun rod down there. I mean, there's really nothing else to discover in this room. You've basically discovered everything.
You know, that's just hilarious that my first roll for the night had to be a crit.
Well, hopefully when combat starts, your first one will be a 1, and then I can buy something on the Wheel of Misfortune for you. Have you guys seen the Wheel of Misfortune yet?
And then I'll buy
I heard you
something to
talk
counteract
about it,
it
but
again.
not see it.
Oh yeah, you need
Yeah.
to go to the EXP widget down on the website. Then there's one of the scrolls that actually has take a spin on the Wheel of Misfortune, and there's like a Wheel of Misfortune logo. Well, if you click on that, it takes you to another page, and then it has all of the the rules and description. Here, let's all take a look at that together. I think that would probably be the best thing to do real quick. So let me
The hell is 98 to 99? You critically hit yourself for max damage and knock yourself unconscious?
that's not even the best part. You knock yourself out for 1d4 rounds.
Holy crap.
So this is the Wheel of Misfortune, basically, and it costs 100 EXP. And here's the brief description. So basically, this is a Wheel of Misfortune that's definitely going to add a little bit more drama to the game. Especially it's a critical miss, a natural roll of a 1. So viewers, players, or myself, or any dungeon master that's DMing for me, can purchase a roll on the wheel for either the players or monsters in the game. This can happen an unlimited amount of times during a stream game. This is not like, it's not like getting a boon or something like that. The cost is 100 EXP per roll with a max roll of 1 time per critical fumble roll. 1 time. Lastly, up to 2 people can combine points to purchase the roll, to split the cost 50-50. And the player affected by this actual roll, the player will actually take the spin on the infamous Wheel of Fortune. And you can see that this is all for basically 4E and Essentials rules, and you do a 1d100, and there you go. That's everything.
It is a damn good thing you did not have this while we were playing that chess game.
Well, I don't think it would have counted for that anyway, because nothing else did. It was just basically statue versus statue.
Actually, I think it would have been better. Because that way Morgath
so?
would have been dead.
Yeah. Well, he died anyway, I think. So, thank compliments of Big Dirt. So, but if you guys have any questions about any of those, I tried to word those exactly to 4E specifications, and everything I double and triple and quadruple proofread it, so everything, if there's any kind of spelling or anything like that, let me know. I don't think there is. There shouldn't be. But there's everything from getting a random fluid in your eye, which basically you're going to be all of the monsters against you are going to have cover until the end of your next turn, which I think is a pretty cool little mechanic. Some will lost the grip on your weapons, or your bloodlust and aggressiveness has caused you to hit an ally in a close burst of 1. So if you're melee, or if you're a ranged, a close burst of 6. So you will definitely hit someone, and we will determine that, and we will figure that out when the time comes. So usually it'll be the closest person. But there you go. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. pulling hamstrings, and you'll notice that some of them are. There's some that get progressively worse, but it's pretty good. I think it's some you can actually make a saving throw, and I've added in to where you can do a saving throw and you can recover, or the actual effect will happen to you. But I think it's a pretty good list. Nothing's too vicious except for in the the high 90s. Actually the 90s are pretty insane. So not insane, but there's several that are 1d4 rounds, which is pretty much 90 plus. Except for 100. If you roll a 100, this unfortunate person takes both the effects of 99 and 70 to 74, which would be you swing for the fence and you critically hit yourself for max damage and you fall unconscious from the hit as well for 1d4 rounds. So you would get that, and you would also get where your weapon is basically in a weakened state, and that will be when you come back to consciousness, and then you'll have to do a save ends to get rid of the weakened state. So, but I think this will add a little bit more drama to the game. I think it'll be pretty fun.
It looks fun. I almost want to do it just to see what happens.
I like it.
Right? Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, not bad.
You should have put in something for a 1 if you rolled double 1s.
Yeah, I thought about that. I don't know. Maybe I might.
Maybe get a boon from the gods or something.
For the
It's hard to roll
enemies.
double 1s. Yeah?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. We'll see. Alrighty, so that's it. That's the critical fumble chart. So I just wanted to kind of go over that with you guys before
Or
somebody
maybe you
rolls a
fumble
1
and-
and
Maybe you fumble and break your weapon.
Something like that.
I originally, my original that I wrote before I proofread it and said, it's a little bit too vicious. The weakened state weapons, those were actually weapon breaks. I mean, pure weapon breaks. But I was like, that might be a little bit too vicious, and so I went ahead and I put it to the weapon to a weakened state.
What if we don't have a weapon?
People would
but
start
an
carrying
implement?
spare weapons.
Weapon, implement, whatever.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you definitely have to carry a spare.
Yeah. All right. So looks like Taryn has gone. So
And before as a free action, I
get your
turned
free
to
action.
I turned to the rogue and said, "I don't think there's anything of useful in this room for those traps."
I look at him and say, I can always find something to touch.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Bow,
So
chicka, bow, wow.
Cal,
There's a shaft around here somewhere.
you
I'm
can
sure
hear
of it.
the blades starting to come up through the floor again, because it's just that type of that noise of metal on stone just grinding.
On which thing?
And
my phone or my
this
computer?
this is where
User left your channel.
this is what you saw. Did you happen to see that there, Cal? I hope you did.
Oh, yes.
All right, and then the noise stops. Caladrin, what are you doing now?
Okay, I'd like to back up and grab one of these zombies.
That's a hurdle that I'll have to cross when it comes
And
to
then
it.
drag
Frock.
it up here and toss it on that spot right there.
Okay, now what do you do now?
I'd like to grab this zombie right here and pull his body up, so it's going to be a double movement. And then I don't know what it would be. The grab, would that be a minor?
Alright. The grab is a minor, but once you got something and you're pulling it, it's basically you're going to go back to half movement because you're pulling something.
Okay.
Alright, so you have, what is your double movement value?
It would be 10.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're able to get back here with a double movement.
Okay. Well, I'll do that, and then, yeah, I won't be able to throw him out there. That would take too much.
Okay, yeah, you'll be able to get that next round for sure. So,
Okay.
all right, Rons, what are you doing, man? This is round 2.
Hello, Robert.
Earth calling Rons.
Oh,
Do you
hey,
copy?
sorry about that.
No problem, man. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Start calling you David Foxfire.
Ouch.
Shots fired.
Okay, I'm going to check to see if everybody's alright, considering we just got hit with a huge explosion. Surprised nobody did that to begin with.
Yeah, you can see that. You can see Kevward and Almond. They've got a pretty good amount of charredness to them, I guess you could say. They
Well, then I'm gonna
basically
go ahead
took
and
the
laugh a
majority of
little
the. Yeah, they took the brunt of the blast.
I'll toss a healing word on Kenward.
Okay. Anything else for you?
That's pretty much it for now. I'll do something next turn.
Alright.
You regain a healing surge +7.
Okay.
Almond, what are you doing, Mr. Almond Mott?
I'm gonna drink a potion. Start.
Dave, I'm no longer bloodied.
Okay. I took that from you. And are you also not blooded anymore, Almond?
Yeah, I'm above.
Okay.
Um,
Make sure
that should
you
be
guys
good.
take those potions off your sheet. Are you doing anything else, Almond? You got a movement if you'd like to do a movement. I'll think about it, Kanaja. If you guys come up with a
Yeah, I'm gonna come up
great
here. I'm
way
gonna
to
watch
implement
what
that,
happens when he crosses
maybe
that
I'll do that, and
zombie.
maybe I'll even come up with a critical hit chart as well
That'll be it.
to 4E standards. All right. So both both Rons, Almond, and Cal, you hear these saw blades starting to fire up again, and this is what you see in the room. As the blade just zings on by, and then it stops. All goes quiet. Kevward, what are you doing?
Moving to right there and says, "Alright, guys, I tried my best. Now it's up to you." And that's it. Well, Calden, what were you trying to do with that body?
I was going to put it on this square right here. Since you tripped this square, I was going to see if that one may be a trip. See?
Well, it seems like it's totally random, actually. Seems like it's just taking, just random blades and shoving them towards the door. Anything else
Yeah.
you're doing there, Kevward?
No, I'm just gonna stay here. I've caused enough damage as it is.
Alright, so everyone near to the door, this is what you can see now. You hear the blades start back up, and this is what you see as the blade just zings by and then disappears, and then all goes quiet again. Back up to the top of the order, Taryn, what are you doing?
Let's get my
They need to start doing something,
little
because
wolf
this is
friend
not going to
back
go
out.
on all night.
Then I'm just gonna move one spot forward onto where this corpse is.
Alright. And,
Well, yeah, like I said, gonna resummon the wolf.
alright, there's Cervix. should just go ahead and rename him that now. Just get it over with.
No, he's gonna say it's Turbic. And then,
Too fast.
then I don't really know what else I can do right now, so I'm just gonna end it and let it go on.
All right, everyone at the door. Here's the blade starting back up, and this is what you see: the blade just running towards the door and then disappearing.
Okay. Dave, from what we see, which column row does it take up? Can we tell?
Absolutely, yeah. You guys have seen a blade run in that row. You've seen a blade run in this row. You have seen a blade run in this row, and now you've seen a blade run in this row.
Now,
So,
does it run in the row or in the cracks between the row?
it encompasses the entire row.
Okay. So the saw blade that covers up the row is the row that's being...
Correct, from floor
Okay.
to ceiling.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I just wanted to clear that.
Yep, no
Clear it
problem.
up for me.
No
All right,
problem.
thank you.
No problem.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drag this guy up here. I'm gonna stop right here and throw the body right there.
Okay. You get the corpse thrown out onto the floor, and nothing happens. Although, you do notice where the acid went down into the hole here. You did notice that there is a little bit of a smoke coming up as well as the oil is coming out of the floor as well. The slices in the floor.
Okay.
Anything else for you?
So it looks like it might.
So that
slowly
would
be
have been a
damaging it.
move, a move and a free action to drop him?
Sure. Yeah, it sounds good. Free action to drop him, yeah. It's like dropping a weapon, Cal.
Okay. Man. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna move right there.
Okay. You move there. All is quiet still when you move there, Cal. Rons, what are you doing? Please roll a 4 so I
move
can
there, and
splice
then
the
I'm
zombie
going
in
to-
half.
I guess a dungeoneering check to check the room for the control panel on anything.
I would love for you to give me a dungeoneering check where you're at. Alright, so you notice that the thin, shallow cuts running across the stone floor are at the 5-foot intervals, so you know that you do know now that the blades will encompass the entire stone. It's like what I've already told you, but now you can just physically see it. You also see that there are thin slots on the ceiling that do correspond with the floor, and that's why you see that, how the blade is coming out of basically both ends and slicing the entire length of the floor. You also notice on the very western wall, you notice that there is a different colored stone near the door, which is right here. You also notice something there, possibly maybe another door or panel or something like that, possibly. And then, directly to the east, you see the big, 10-foot wide door. So, all right. And also, you guys need to take into consideration any movement on this floor is double movement because it is basically difficult terrain, and if you do any kind
You mean
of
half movement?
difficult terrain, half movement, it costs an extra space. So Just take that into consideration when you're moving on this floor.